Hey guys, Andrew Burr here, Coldwell Banker, leader of the Andrew Burr Group. And I've got an example for you that perfectly sums up what I've been telling everybody for quite some time now, the way that the market has changed and what people are seeing, what their perception is. Most of you out there that are listening to me also follow Zillow and Realtor.com probably every day, if not 5 times a day. And you're seeing listing prices come down. And everybody's like, oh, the market's tanking. It's not tanking at all. Here's what's happening. First, the greater, I don't call it issue, but one of the greater reasons for this is that we have 4 times as many realtors as we had before COVID. And most of them really don't, for lack of a better word, know what they're doing. They're brand new in the business. They're throwing darts. 6 months ago, you could throw a dart and pop a balloon. Not really what you can do anymore. You really need somebody that kind of knows what they're doing, and you need to price your home accurately for the market. So let's check out this example. And this is particularly for you people that are thinking about listing a house anytime soon. So I'm going to go over to this page and I'm going to share it with you. Tale of two houses, 164 Cove Road and 165 Cove Road. Now, both of these houses are similarly set up. They both have courtyard pools. They're very, very desirable. The most desirable model in Riverbridge, I would say that for sure. And they all have a separate bedroom that is separated from the house. It could be a mother-in-law suite, teenager suite, whatever it needs to be. That's on the other side of the pool. One of them has one less bathroom than the other, and it's the one that's priced higher. And one of them slightly smaller than the other, and that's the one that's priced higher. Well, why does that matter? Well, let's look at this right here. This house closed at the end of 2019. So the people that own it now purchased it for $375,000 at the end of 2019. They've got it listed at $550 right now. Okay, we're going to get deeper into this. This one right here, $534,000 listed. It's actually under contract already, which is why we're going to do this. It closed in the middle of 2019 for $365,000, and it's slightly larger and has an extra bathroom. All right. Now, each of the properties have had work done, this, that, and the other, but it doesn't matter. I mean, basically, if you look at the increase in value, it's pretty similar, right? Well, here's the difference. See this house right here, 164 Cove Road. The realtor managed to convince these people for some reason that the house was worth $625,000, $625,000, which is $100,000 above the market for it. Just that's how bad it was, right? So the people that own this house obviously got really excited when their agent said, "Oh, 625 for sure." And they're like, "Yeah, 625. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make whatever." And then so it's been on the market for 22 days. Then comes this lady, and the agent that's got this listed, I know very well. She's been around longer than I have. She's at least twice as long as I have. And she said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to price the house at the actual value of the market, right? Okay. So this house, put it on the market on the 4th, had open houses on the 6th and 7th. I think it was the 6th and 7th. Went under contract on the 8th. Cash contract too, by the way, solid cash contract. Guess what? People selling this house got their value. This is the current values. This is where we're at on current values, folks. Okay. But guess what? Their house is under contract with a cash contract. The inspection is today. They'll know by Thursday if the deal is going to be done. Because why? Expectation and reality. Okay. So this person right here, if you look at the timeline, as soon as that person next door, 165, and 165 is a nicer house, by the way, just to be clear. It's larger, it's more well done, has a newer roof, all these things that the other house does now. Okay. They said, whoa, we better change our price because now at 625, we look ridiculous compared to this one that came on at 534, 270, which is, sometimes those numbers are meant just to try to kind of confuse people and stuff like that. But sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Listed 8.4, 8.5. These people said, what the? And if I had to guess, there was a telephone call with their realtor. right? Guess what happens? Boom, boom, boom. Well, here's what happens. Your house, which you still have at 550, which it isn't worth, it's been on the market for 22 days. This one at 534, sold under contract, not sold, but under contract in 4 days with a solid cash offer. That homeowner's not feeling very good right now. Okay, so that's where we're at, people. This is a perfect example of where we're at. This is exactly where we're at. If they'd have listed this at 525 when they listed, the day that they listed, it would have been sold. But somehow or other, the agent convinced them, or that they, or the agent said, "Oh yeah, we can get 625," which was patently crazy. So all those numbers that you see coming down are because of situations like this, whether it be the owners deciding the initial price or the realtor. Typically, in my experience, it's the realtor that's, you know, presenting something to the owner saying, yeah, because they don't know what else to do. Oh, we got to get a listing. We got to do, right. And quite frankly, I mean, I've been doing this for a decade and a half, and I lose business to these people that do this because sellers get big shiny balls of, you know, cash in their eyes, and they go, "Oh, okay, well, you know what? I think, you know, sounds good to me." I don't know. I'm going to follow this house, and, you know, a month from now, we'll pick it up and see where we're at. But I would say it's time for major damage control right now, and particularly because this house right here just went under contract at 530. Well, at very close to, it's a very solid cash offer, so darn near that number, couple thousand off. This house has a brand new roof. Well, not brand new, roof in 2017. I'm sorry, you know, but everything's been pretty much redone on this house. This house doesn't. This house is smaller and has one less bathroom. So it's time for major damage control right now if this person really wants to sell, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. Lowering it to 550 does them no good, and it does them even less good. And the fact that they haven't lowered it since this one went under contract makes me definitely know that the realtor doesn't know what's going on, or the, you know, sellers may be just entrenching themselves. But that means the realtor doesn't know how to explain to the sellers, you know, the realities of the situation, because that right there just benchmarked the value of that house pretty darn hard, right? All right, so I don't want to you know, belabor, you know, all this anymore, but I mean, the bottom line is that right there is proof that getting the right realtor matters. Okay. You know, I don't know. That's where we're at, though, people. So anyways, if you're looking to make a move in real estate, doesn't have to be me or my team here at the Andrew Burr Group. Obviously, we'd love to be your realtor, but make sure that your realtor actually has a clue, at least, because right now there's a bunch of people trying to make money, and I get it. They're trying to make dollars, but they have zero understanding or knowledge of the business. They have next to zero experience. They're willing to do almost anything to get a contract because they don't want to go back to whatever I don't know, whatever reason. So they're willing to give away everything. Their money, your money. List something for easily $100,000 more than it's worth. I don't know. I'm befuddled at this point with, you know, a lot of this stuff. I just don't get a lot of it. And honestly, that, you know, the other house needs a new roof too and all that. So I mean, it's probably only worth maybe 500. So it's still $50,000 overpriced. It was $125,000 overpriced. But anyways, that does explain what you're seeing on Realtor.com and Zillow with the list prices coming down, because there's a whole lot of that variation. And we're starting to get a bunch of expireds on the market because the people that listed so high, then, you know. And I'll tell you, another thing too, and this kind of pisses me off. Probably get in trouble with this because I'm not supposed to talk bad about my fellow realtors. If you signed a listing contract with a realtor and they put on there that, you know, you have to pay them an egregious amount of money if the house doesn't sell, or if you cancel the contract, take it to a real estate attorney, bring it to me. I'll look at it. I'll give you my opinion. I had somebody bring me a listing contract a couple days ago, and they sent it to me. They actually, I know who it was, but they sent it to a friend because they wanted to be anonymous or whatever it was. And I looked at it, and it said there was a $5,000 cancellation fee, and they signed it for a year, which you should never sign a contract for a year. Never sign a listing contract for a year if the realtor can't either sell your house or prove they're the right person to sell your house in 3 months. Then this contract said that if they didn't sell the house in the contract terms, that the seller still had to pay them the entire commission, even if they didn't sell the house. That's absurd. Absurd. That's crazy. Who would ever sign a contract like that? That is the whatever. The fact that the contract like that exists, and this is from not a major player, but it's a pretty big brokerage, blew my mind. So we sent it off to our attorney and through the friend that's and whatever, and that's getting handled. But telling you, man, what some of these things that people are doing, 4% listings. I'll list your place 4% because I don't know what I'm doing, but I need to get listings. If I go low enough, you know, list with me. You're not going to probably sell your house even, but then if you do, I'm going to give away your house as quick as I can too. Or I might screw something up because I've actually never done this and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, you can't make money. It becomes not a business anymore. Because if you do it right, it costs you money to do this. And remember that it didn't used to be this way. 15, 20 years ago, you might be able to get the whole commission every 10th sale or 7th sale. Now, just about every single time, we're sharing commission with a broker on the other side. And I didn't want to make this a really long video, but it's about to be. If you, I didn't even check what they're offering here. Okay, so here's the thing. Both of these are offering the same commission to a cooperating broker, which is good. But here's the thing: a lot of these people that do these discount listings, they're going out there and they're saying, "Okay, that's great. We're going to offer," and some of them are even greater. I know one guy that's charging. He's saying, "Yeah, I'll discount my commission to you, and we'll do 5%." And then he's offering 2% to cooperate, and he's taking 3%. He justifies by saying, "Well, I'm the one doing the marketing." Number one rule of thumb of marketing in the real estate business is that realtors, we've kind of stipulated, a lot of them aren't smart, and then most of them are greedy. Bottom line is they're going to go look for a house for somebody. You said, "This is what I want." They're going to go look, and they're going to say, "That might be a good house." And they're going to get a list of like 10 houses that look good, that might fit your criteria. Then second thing that most of them look at, quite honestly, is the commission amount. And they go, "Okay, well, this one's offering 3. Oh, that one's offering 2. I'm going to tell that person that there's something wrong with that house because I am not working for 2%. I don't really care if you're saying that's right or that's wrong. That's the way that it is. Because I hear agents having them conversations amongst themselves. It's not the way I work because I work on an aggregate. I sell a lot of properties. So to me, in the end, it's volume, right? But the people that are only doing 1 or 2 or 3 deals a year and they're trying to make that their living, 1% is a huge amount to them. Okay. And they do. That's just the bottom line. That's the way they look. They go, "Oh, yeah, this could be perfect for my cousin Susie," right? "Oh, no, it's 2%. I'm not doing that. This is not as nice, but it's paying 3%. Hey, Susie, we should go look at this house." Blah, blah, blah. And they do that. They do it all the time. And they don't really care who they're screwing over as long as they're getting paid, because that's what they're being told. And that's what they're being taught. The big recruiting push, during COVID, "Oh, come, you can make $1 million, man. Martin's hot." And the brokers don't really care either, because most of the brokers, they're either by the transaction brokers. They just charge a transaction fee to that person. Every transaction you do, you're paying me this much money. So it's in their best interest to get as many bodies as they can, because they know that most of them are only going to do 1 or 2 deals. Then they're going to get out of real estate because they realize it's not actually a pile of gold like they were told. And they're not offering any support anyways. Some of them don't even offer a website. They're like, "Nah, screw you, here, just hang your license here, and I'm cheap. I don't give you anything, but I'm cheap." I don't know how anybody's supposed to learn anything in this business doing that. Get out of high school, right out of high school. I swear to God. I lost the deal. This is another true story. It's ridiculous. This is how bad it is. I'm out in Loxahatchee. I go through a guy's house. We do the whole thing. I go back the next day. We're like, he says, okay, well, you know what? I want to just change a couple things on the contract. I said, no problem. I'll be, head to my office. My office is 20 minutes away. I'll make the changes. We'll get it all locked up. Perfect. Good deal. Sounds good. Can't wait to go. I pull out of the driveway. Little girl lives down the street, pulls into his driveway. So I'm in my car there with my signs. And I'm a realtor all over, just like all my stuff does. You know why? Because I'm a realtor. Proud of the fact that I'm a realtor and I actually know what it means to be a realtor. This girl, right out of high school, was going to go to college, decided to become a realtor instead. Said, okay, hey, whatever. Guy's name? Well, I just saw that they got a realtor. I'm a realtor too. You should let me list your house. They talked for a minute. She said, well, and this is God honest truth story I got. And I know for a fact that the numbers are, guys like, oh, it's, this girl's lived down the street from us. We watched her grow up and da da da. And, and she said she'd do it for 4% and da da da. So I'm like, if you want to list with her, I mean, I think you're making a mistake. I don't think it's a good idea for you, but what am I going to do? I mean, I'm not going to fight with you about it. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. Guy calls me 3 weeks later. And this was probably February of this year. 3 weeks later, hey, I don't know what's going on. We haven't had a single showing. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so did you want to move the listing? No, can you come talk to her and give her some advice? I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't give a realtor that some other broker is supposed to be training advice, number one, because that's not the way that it works. And number two, you gave the business to her instead of me for whatever reason. Well, I need to spend my time making money for me because it's a business. It's a business. This is a business for me. Okay. But if you do decide that it's not working out, please let me know. And so about 2 months later, he calls me again. Hey, just checking in with you. We had a couple of showings. We had one offer, but it fell apart because when the people came to do the inspection, they found out the house was on septic. I thought, why would they just find out then? First off, pretty much everything out there is on septic. It's just what it is. It's Loxahatchee. And not in the groves, but in the acreage part, but whatever. But it's pretty much septic, right? Well, the agent, I wouldn't check the listing. The agent actually had it listed, right? But the agent for the buyer, oh yeah, it's on city water, whatever. Or didn't say it's on septic. I don't know what happened, but so they went out and then he's like, is there anything we can do about that? I'm like, what do you mean do? Well, shouldn't they have to pay us for our time? And I'm like, no. So I would talk to your realtor and just make sure it doesn't happen again. Come 3.5 months or so, the market rates went up. I was like, I didn't tell him right at the outset because so he took my number that I gave him that I told him I was going to list that, and he added about $25,000 to it, which whatever. Yeah, I don't know. People can do whatever they want. And that girl, I was just like, yeah, sure, we can do that. But I don't know anything. I just got out of high school. Never even. I know a house has 4 sides most of the time and something over the top, but that's about all I know about houses. So that house did not actually sell. So I did give him one bit of advice because he was flipping out because he had bought something else. And he didn't want to give the listing to me for whatever reason. So I told him, I said, yeah, we can sell it in a couple of days, no problem. But I don't know, he was in a trench, his wife, somebody was in a trench with a girl. And I'm like, yeah, so do this, just rent it out. I said, it'll be rented in days. She can't even screw that up. And that's what they did. But I don't know. mind blown. So now it's a tale of three houses. I'm gonna stop it there because otherwise not we could be here all week. But just understand that right now, particularly right now, if you're going to sell a house, and even if you're going to buy, you want somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, because otherwise not, people will do this. And look, this is all right. So I'm about to go there again because I saw this happen not long ago. This guy was going to buy a house, and everything he asked his realtor was, yeah, go more the, oh no, yeah, no, it's got some termites, but it's not that bad. You just get a thing and and all this sort of stuff. It got so bad that the listing agent, who I know, and he and I do business the same way, killed the sale and said no, because the buyer's agent was so freaking desperate to get a check that they were telling him, yeah, don't worry about it, everything's good. They were already way over the value. They had waived the appraisal. They had done some other stuff. Luckily, they had time to get out of it. And like I said, the listing agent pulled the plug, because the listing agent at that point was worried about the homeowner getting sued by the guy that's buying it once he figured out how screwed up things really were based on, because the problem is that that realtor, they might get sued. They got probably ain't got a whole lot of money anyways. But when people sue, they sue everybody. They don't just sue one person. They start suing everybody. And the person with the biggest risk, quite frankly, is the homeowner. The person that we represent has the biggest risk. We don't. As listing agents, we have risk, and we have errors in emission insurance and stuff like that, in case we make a mistake or intentionally do whatever. I don't know. The buyer's agent has very limited liability, but it all falls on the owner in the end. So the last thing as an owner you want to do is get a call 6 months after you sold your house that somebody's freaking suing you and has put a lien on your new house because they feel like you screwed them over on the house they got, whatever. Anyways, right, I'm just worn out. So if you are going to make a real estate move of any kind, just vet your realtor. Get a realtor that, and look, I have some newer realtors, a couple years experience on my team, but they're on my team. So guess what that means? Every single thing they do. I review it, I vet it, I work with them side by side on it. They're learning the business and making money. That's how you learn the business. They're not just out there throwing darts and hoping to pop balloons. Andrew Burr, Coldwell Banker, 561-324-8914. Once again, 561-324-8914. RealtorAndrew1@yahoo.com. That's RealtorAndrew1@yahoo.com. On the web, the Andrew Burr Group, Facebook /RealtorAndrew1, or is it Realtor Andrew? Instagram, maybe Realtor Andrew1. I think Facebook's just /Realtor Andrew. Instagram, Realtor Andrew1, all those good things. Burr Group, _Burr Group at Twitter. Have a good day.